Have you ever wondered if a habit that once felt completely harmless could slowly start taking control of your life? For many people, masturbation is a normal and healthy part of life. But when it becomes something you rely on to escape stress, loneliness, boredom, or anxiety, it can gradually shift from a choice into a compulsion. Unfortunately, this is a topic that people rarely discuss openly. It's often dismissed, joked about, or surrounded by shame, leaving many who struggle feeling isolated and misunderstood. So, what actually happens when someone decides to stop or simply take a break from compulsive masturbation? Can it really change your brain, your mood, your motivation, and your ability to focus? Let's find out. The first thing to understand is that the problem isn't masturbation itself. The real issue begins when it becomes your primary way of coping with difficult emotions. Whenever you're stressed, anxious, frustrated, or feeling empty, your brain naturally looks for relief. If masturbation becomes your automatic response every time those emotions appear, your brain starts creating a powerful habit loop. Instead of processing your emotions, you're simply escaping them for a short period of time. Eventually, you may notice that you're no longer doing it because you genuinely want to. You're doing it because it feels almost impossible not to. This is where your brain's reward system comes into the picture. Every enjoyable activity releases dopamine, a chemical that helps create feelings of pleasure, motivation, and reward. Masturbation naturally triggers this system, just like eating delicious food, exercising, or spending time with people you enjoy. However, when your brain receives frequent bursts of instant gratification, it can begin craving faster and easier rewards while finding everyday activities less satisfying. Things that once felt enjoyable, studying, working, exercising, reading, or pursuing personal goals, may suddenly require much more effort and motivation. This is one reason why breaking the cycle can feel challenging. If you decide to take a break, the first few days are often the hardest. You may experience stronger urges, restlessness, irritability, difficulty concentrating, or emotional discomfort. Some people even feel more anxious than usual. These experiences can feel discouraging, but they're often temporary. They're not necessarily signs that something is wrong. Instead, they may reflect the fact that your brain is adjusting after losing a familiar source of quick comfort. As time passes, something interesting begins to happen. Without constantly relying on instant gratification, you become more aware of your emotions. Feelings that were previously covered up by the habit begin to surface. At first, this can be uncomfortable, but it also creates an opportunity to develop healthier ways of managing stress, whether that's exercising, journaling, spending time with loved ones, practicing mindfulness, or simply allowing yourself to sit with difficult emotions instead of running from them. Many people also notice changes in their motivation. When you're no longer chasing constant stimulation, your brain gradually begins responding more strongly to natural rewards. Completing a difficult task, learning something new, finishing a workout, or making progress toward a personal goal can start feeling genuinely satisfying again. Instead of constantly seeking quick pleasure, you begin appreciating long-term achievement. Another area that often improves is focus. Modern life is already filled with endless distractions, and compulsive habits can make staying focused even harder. Constantly seeking instant gratification trains the brain to jump from one source of stimulation to another. By reducing those patterns, many people find it easier to concentrate, stay productive, and remain present in whatever they're doing. You may notice fewer distracting thoughts, better self-control, and more mental energy throughout the day. However, it's important to remember that everyone's experience is different. Some people notice positive changes within a few days, while others need several weeks before they feel a meaningful difference. There isn't a perfect timeline, and there isn't a universal answer that applies to everyone. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is awareness. Taking a break doesn't mean masturbation is inherently bad, nor does it mean everyone needs to quit forever. Instead, it gives you the chance to honestly ask yourself whether the habit is serving your life or quietly taking something away from it. If it's affecting your relationships, productivity, emotional health, or daily responsibilities, stepping back, even temporarily, can offer valuable insight into your habits and your needs. Real change isn't about shame or self-punishment. It's about understanding yourself, making healthier choices, and learning to respond to life's challenges instead of escaping from them. If you've been struggling with compulsive masturbation, remember this: you're not defined by your habits. Every day is another opportunity to make one small decision that moves you closer to the person you want to become. And sometimes that first decision is simply becoming aware.